Yeah.
Kind of a big conversation today.
Yeah, we're just kind of chilling tonight.
We figured, with the political debates coming up, that maybe we should create something that talks a little bit about politics, talks a little bit about our belief system, what we fall under. A little bit more serious than the past conversations that we had. But we think that might be fairly beneficial to have. Just not even really for you guys to listen to or for you guys to hear, but really to kind of get our own thoughts out on the table just to see where each other stand.
Basically.
And really to hear ourselves speaking is arrogant, as that might sound, but it's really just so we can get our beliefs across.
I mean, that's the point of these things, is to talk about ourselves.
Figure out what we believe as people.
Right. I'll be honest, I don't really have much of a political ideal. Like, I kind of tried to, and then I was like, eh. Like, my problem is, people will say to you, like, oh, you don't vote, which I haven't. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't of the age when the 2016 election went down, so I did not vote. But I'm kind of glad I wasn't, because like, I'm just sitting here like, what do I do? So I just kind of stayed home. I had to. But I think my problem with like our political system, this is going to sound generic, but this is just how it is. It's like, I don't like the two-party system. I don't like that some part of one party is good and some of it's bad, and then the same thing for the other party. Some of it's bad and some of it's good, and vice versa. And I don't like that they kind of make you choose shit. Yeah. Maybe. Do you watch the CNN commercials for the presidential stuff?
Yeah.
Looks like it's a goddamn football roster.
Yeah.
Tonight on CNN.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of why that happens.
Bernie Sanders goes head to head
with the healthcare system.
He's gonna throw down, and you bet your bottom dollar that this guy is gonna go nuts.
I think really what happened with that is controversial as it may seem. If you put a celebrity in office, things like that are going to happen. Yeah. And the 2016 election absolutely trashed the whole, we should respect our candidates. We should really respect them.
Wrong. Tiny hands. Your hands are little strawberries. Rubio, look at my water bottle.
Hands are so fucking big.
My hands.
You can grab anything you want with them.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Woof. Yeah. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I really don't care what people think. And it's like, I really don't. I don't have, like, opinions on, like, other people's beliefs. I think another problem, not just with the party and politics, but with the people as well. Yeah. You go on Twitter and you hear politics, and it's just, I'm the good guy, they're the bad guy, vice versa. Yeah. It's, we gotta stop the fascists, or we gotta quit them Democrats from ruining America. And it's just like, come on, guys. Can't we all just sort of get along? Agree? Yeah, not like that. That's too much to ask. I know that's too much to ask. I'm not dumb enough. I'm not that dumb to think that's too much to ask. But can't we just not be name-calling and just, like, calling for you are either on this side or you're not. It's not a debate. I'm right. And it's like, dude, come on. Like, can't we all just come together? Come together right now over me.
I think the main issue that people have, too, whenever you talk about political beliefs, you kind of see everyone sitting at the edge of their seat. Everyone starts tensing up. Because there's this kind of all-around angst that people have towards talking about their belief systems because they're afraid of getting judged. Or, on the other hand, the person takes it as a personal attack rather than just talking about beliefs. You're allowed to disagree. I'm one of those people. I will genuinely disagree with someone, but we're going to have a beer afterwards. It doesn't matter. Right. We need to get our beliefs out there, talk about it, see what's different, see what we need to work on, and then be fine an hour later. We don't have that currently. It's, we'll fight about it. It's a personal attack, and then no other conversation gets done. Right. I think the main issue that you see, like mass shootings, for example, as of right now, the first immediate knee-jerk reaction, unfortunately, is, well, this is exactly why we need to get rid of guns. And then the right takes that as an attack. And then the right will come back with, no, we don't. And here's why. So you just have two opposing sides in every reaction, even if you see deaths.
Yeah.
And that's what causes issues, in my opinion.
It's very hard because people think we live in a black and white world, and we really don't. It's very gray, with a few white and black spots. It's really gray, and it's hard to, I don't even know, it's hard to even talk about this, trying to get your words out and shit. But, I don't know. Like, again, I really don't have as big a political standings, which for some reason people take that as, you don't care. I do care. But, as the song says, waiting on the world to change. Like, I don't know, man. I don't really have... my belief is that it's kind of just all one big wheel, and it's either this side's on top, and this side's on top, and it's just... And what people, I don't think, realize is that they're kind of caught in the middle of this, and instead of being like, well, shit, let's really change it, they're like, nah, let's just vote. We'll vote this dude into office because he said pretty words. Let's vote her into office because she said she'll do this and she'll make everything right again or whatever. And it's like,
Great
no.
again.
Yeah, sure. Like, this person will fix it. That person's ruining it. Blah, blah. It's like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to care now. It's hard to really trust what you hear anymore, which is why I guess I kind of like to take the neutral side. Because it's just really strange.
Yeah. Another large issue, you were saying about black and white. What we see now is the parties don't allow for separate beliefs. Okay, it's either you're in this section, this is what you believe, or you're in this section, this is what you believe. See, the overwhelming majority of Americans don't fall under that. I'm free to talk about my beliefs, so I'll touch base on it a little bit. As far as gun laws, I personally believe that you should be allowed to purchase a weapon and you should be allowed to hold it. However, there should be extremely strict limitations to that. It's going to hurt for some people, but in order to still secure safety for people, it needs to be strict. In regards to climate change, I personally believe it's an absolutely real issue. It needs to be addressed, and there needs to be a change that comes about. Generally two entirely opposing beliefs. But most Americans, in my own opinion, feel that way. Maybe not about those two issues, but they kind of teeter-totter on, I like this, I like that. You pick and choose everything.
Right.
But the system doesn't allow that. Yeah. And that's why every election we see two extremes. We see a proud black American president for the first time. Everyone gets pissed off, and then they pick the exact polar opposite of that.
Right.
And that's how the next few elections are going to follow.
Yeah.
Of just picking the exact opposite, rather than the best.
The question would be then, when the hell does this change? Well, you say next few, does that mean just a couple more decades, or are you talking like, this is it for the next century? That's what worries me. I don't want to be on my deathbed and watch like some super anti-Trump or some super Trump be in office, and then just watching it basically boil down to a shouting battlefield. Like, we're no longer just yelling at each other and silencing each other. Now it's more just, like, it's just insane. And it's just, I don't know. I'm hoping it gets better, but I don't know. It just seems like it's not.
I think the scary thing about the current state of everything, you talk about, hey, is this going to last a few decades, or is this going to be a century-long kind of combative issue? I think the worst part about this situation, and kind of as history repeated itself, as it continually does.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a decade long or if it's a century long. Mm-hmm. We might not have that long. No, I'm not one of those absolute nuts that thinks the world's coming to an end any given day. But there's a possibility that if we don't come up with a change, a few decades, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, might not be long enough. We might be too far gone at that point.
Okay, Alex Jones.
Put a fluoride in the water, turn the frogs gay. Well, that's what I believe.
Yeah, we need some levity there. Like my kind of thing is like, and this might not be the best opinion, but I kind of believe that people should be allowed to view shit how they want, which again can kind of lead to manipulation of that or people going too far with a belief. And I don't know. Personally, I feel like I'm not the person to fix this shit. I feel like I'm more the person.
I'm not either. Absolutely not.
To just kind of hang out on a porch, listening to crickets go nuts, and then just kind of chill here with my friends and just bullshit.
Yep.
That's what this is. Like, I feel like when you bring into politics, which that's why I might just name this episode as just bullshitting. So people are like, ooh, what's bullshit mean? And they click on it and they go,
wow, this is bullshit.
Oh, yeah, it is bullshit. Yeah, but I feel like someone I think is pretty good with the political thing is, I'd say Joe Rogan. I like a lot what he does. I like his idea that he'll listen to about anyone. And some people don't like that he never really takes a side, but I kind of really admire that. I like that he can just kind of look at things and be like, it's weird. Like, he's not blind to shit. There's other people like him, but he's just off the top of my head. I like his podcast. I like what he says. As batshit crazy as he is, Bill Burr is... yeah, let's just blow up cruise ships. That man.
Overpopulation's a huge issue.
What do we do? I know. I watched this cool movie called Infinity War, where a purple man got rid of half the population. He's our next president. Thanos Loki 2020. Running against Kanye Kardashian. 2020. That's another guy. It's like, I mean, he got like ostracized for wearing that stupid hat. Yep. And it's like, I don't even think he really knows what Trump does. I think he just sees a group of people who kind of get thrown through the mud a bit in, Trump supporters and the right. Not trying to, like, defend everything, just saying, in general, there's a lot of people that don't go, marching with torches.
Yeah.
Like, not every Trump supporter is a member of the Klan. And a lot of them, a lot of them just like to chill at home and just like, yeah, I like a Republican economy or I like a whatever. And then they kind of get thrown into this thing. And this makes them get mad and they go turn on Tucker Carlson and he looks confused at the camera as usual and is all, oh, well, I wonder what this is about. And just
I think in regards to Kanye,
yeah,
one part of me understands why he's wearing the hat. The other part of me does not. The part of me that does is the part of me that goes, he's a black man in the United States. He knows what it feels like to be ostracized and to be judged by others. He knows what it feels like to get turned down for a job saying, no, you're not hired. Well, why am I not? No, because you're not.
Right.
So I think he understands that part of it, and I think he's looking at the community of people that support Trump and going, wow, there might be some decent people in this group that are being judged horribly. On the same token, and this is the part that I don't understand, you still have large amounts of Trump supporters that just want Trump because, as I was saying earlier, because he's the complete polar opposite of the past president.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the people that I don't see why he's somewhat okay with getting behind. I don't know if he believes that's what he's doing, but that's how it comes across.
He makes damn good music, I'll tell you what. Man's batshit crazy, but I'm Kanye West. Yeah, but, I don't know. I feel like talking about this stuff is therapeutic, and we're not looking for an answer. No. We're not looking to a call to action. All we're looking to is just think. That's the best thing you can do is think. Don't just go home, look on your iPad, and go, oh, look at that hot Instagram model. I'm going to ogle her for 9 hours.
She's got a fat ass.
Exactly.
Oh my god, are we getting bombed? Yeah, but that booty, though. Like,
oh, wow,
no.
there's real problems, and just ignore it. Because it's hard to ignore it. And I understand a lot of people will look at, like, a Twitter debate, or not even a debate, just tweets going back and forth, like, this topic. And then, like, nope, no Twitter today, or for the next 9 weeks. But, I don't know, sometimes it's okay to dig yourself into that, and just not judge, but just try to look and see what's happening. See where people are coming from. It's hard. It's very difficult. But you can try.
Nowadays, people only really think about the questions that have answers.
Right.
If you want to get anything done or if you want to learn, you should ask the questions that don't have answers.
Right.
Let yourself think and let yourself wonder.
Right.
People lost that mystique recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. And a lot of it comes down to, as far as politics, just over one simple conundrum, and that's, if I was in a situation, which all of us are, would I choose freedom over safety? And this is something that I've talked about countless times.
Right.
Most of the debates in this country as of right now are, hey, would I rather have this freedom? Would I rather have the freedom to just produce the product that I want, throw off carbon emissions, not give a shit about it whatsoever, make a lot of money?
Right.
Or would I care about the country, care about global or climate change, and not do that? I caught myself.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I prefer to have a shit ton of guns for no fucking reason, just because I enjoy shooting them? Or am I okay with getting a background check? Am I okay with getting maybe some psychological screening done and then getting it done that way? You lose some freedom, but you gain safety. Or vice versa.
I don't know. It's very interesting stuff. And me, I kind of feel myself as a sponge. I like to I like to soak stuff up. If you have a conversation with me and there's more than one person, there is a direct conversation. I'm not going to sit there and just say nothing. I mean, you've heard this.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You heard this podcast. You know I like to talk. But if it's like a big conversation, like, not even big, but 4 or 5, 6 people talking, I'll kind of just sit there and soak a lot in. Like my little sponge self.
Yep.
Trying to figure out.
SpongeBob.
Exactly. Trying to figure out what's going on.
Where the fuck am I?
Where am I?
How did I get here?
What am
the
I?
days go by.
I'm losing my mind. But yeah. Honestly, I just find this stuff helpful to just say. And, yeah, I mean, neither of us really prepared for this. We kind of just thought it'd be a good idea.
No, we entirely winged it.
Yeah, this is a huge wing. So, which is, again, like something people like to do when it's politics. Really angry, easily, just go nuts people. Like, they'll hear one thing wrong, or one miscalculation someone said, or one slight hypocrisy, and then they just lose their shit. And then they're just going off like, ah! You said this to me, that's why your argument's no. That's why I'm right. It's like, dude, I don't care. We're just talking. Like I said, we're just porch bullshitting. That's all this is, bullshitting on a porch.
And be proud of yourself. Don't feel shy to talk about things like this. Go out there. Obviously be respectful. If someone has different beliefs, it's okay. It's fine. Nothing gets done if you're argumentative or if you're combative with them. Just state your side and get it over with. And everything's fine.
Or be like me and be a sponge.
Soak
up all that knowledge. And then you'll learn even more. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. On the next CNN News, Bernie Sanders goes ahead with Joe the Bull Biden. You watch these two titans smash each other in the face with information. Oh, well, Donald Trump is off doing whatever the hell he's up to today. Golfing in McDonald's. In Russia. watch two old-ass men act like they understand young people. Only here on CNN. Also, like 18 other candidates who might have some good ideas, but they're not going to make it.
Just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, God. I got anything else? Yeah.
I think
Goodbye.
that's it for me.
Have fun chilling.